International Radio Festival last night, Flex FM completely and utterly shut it down. Booyah. How did it go?
Yeah, loved it. Loved every single minute of it. Energy filled. That's what we do, man. Flex FM 101.4 FM London.
Now, I want you to talk me through a little bit about how the show was structured last night, because you came in with a very clear format.
It was mainly like the history and the music of Flex, where we've come from and where we've got to. Basically, we just laid it down through the years, and I think everyone enjoyed it. We had a lot of good feedback from everyone, from back home and also here.
Tell us some of the tracks that you were playing, because there were complete classics in there.
We flung in some old school hardcore classics. We started with Voodoo Ray, and then we went into some jungle, grime, garage. We went through everything really, but it was really hard to pick. Because there's so many tracks, it was really hard to pick them. But I think we got the job done.
I think you did. Now tell us a little bit about Flex FM for anybody that's watching this.
Okay, Flex was a pirate. We've been a pirate since 1992, but we got our licence in May 2017. We then shut down for a year and relaunched July the 1st of this year. So we've only been going legally now for about 12 weeks. So it's still quite new to us, still quite fresh, but I think we're ready. I think we're all good to go, and we're really, really pleased with where we are now.
And what changes when things go legal?
Paperwork. Loads and loads of paperwork. Big up Becky, because she does a lot of it, and old tight team at home. Carlos, he's our big boss. He's like the man who's in charge, and basically he's one of the main people who kind of helping with the transition from pirate to legal. So he's talking to the bosses and he's talking to the Ofcom and the legal people, and he's just filtering down and letting us know what to do and how to behave and how to speak and how to carry ourselves. As where before we were pirates, so did what we liked. Whereas now there's certain things like, even down to little things like how you dress and how you talk to people and how you communicate. And so there's a lot that goes in from pirate to legal. But at the same time, we're still trying to keep it raw, if that makes any sense, because we were originally a pirate station, and that's what people know us for, and that's what we did. So we're trying not to get governed by playlists and stuff like that. We still play what we like. There's no ruling on that.
No music policy really. Everyone's got a freelance to do whatever they want, which is cool, I think, because
no boundaries. There's definitely no boundaries of what we're doing.
Play what you want, which is cool. Every DJ doesn't. There's no playlist, which is cool.
Why do you think that's important?
So it's not generic music that just the same trash that everyone else plays, or a majority of the legal stations that are out there. It's just you get half hour's worth, an hour's worth of a playlist, and that's it. It's just repeated all over again. Flex FM, no chance. Every show's different. Obviously, you've got a few shows that are the same genre, but no DJs are the same, and every show's different, and I love it. It's good.
Why do you love radio?
I've been doing radio since I was 15 years old. I've been involved in most of the pirate stations in London, from Upfront FM years back to Delight FM, Select, all the way up to Flex. It's just it's like a drug sort of thing. Yeah. If you're not involved in it, it's just the buzz. You don't get the buzz. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I'm just hooked. I'm hooked, man. As soon as when we was a pirate, as soon as the radio went off, man, it was just like, listen, I'm going to the block to turn it back on. It was like a battle. And we definitely won the battle. Aww. Say that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think 5-10 years ago the plan was to go legal. I don't think. We was just happy bubbling, but I thought we hit the peak that a pirate could reach, sort of thing. So where else do you go? And not only that, Ofcom, the radio police, we were at war. I mean, it got to a point where we was at absolute war with them.
In what way?
They're just on our case, turning us off every single day, cutting the wires every day, attempting to get the transmitter, but they couldn't get to it. A couple of times we got stung for the transmitter, but we always had backups, and we was always back on either the same day or the following day. So it was
Where did you used to have your transmitters?
up on blocks, like the tallest blocks in London, council blocks. Andy had the key to every single one of them. So.
Of course he did.
He did. So we was literally
Carl had the key as well. Carlos had the key too.
Andy cut him a copy. But yeah, nice. It was cool because, yeah, I mean, we got some stories, didn't we?
Yeah.
Tell us one, come on.
This was actually in the time when we was getting hit pretty bad by Ofcom. So every day they was going up to the block where our transmitter was. They couldn't get to the transmitter, but they was cutting the wires. So that was just a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
So it was bad. So every day we go up there. Sometimes they didn't make that much damage, and it would just be a little cut, copy and paste sort of thing with the wiring, and that was cool. But sometimes they went up there and absolutely sabotaged it. So one of my stories is going up to the block, getting up there, 2 guys down the bottom keeping watch, or keeping dog as we called it, and while the rest of the team, me, Andy, Carlos, the big boss, go to the top. They put me in a harness, strap me up with a ton strap. I don't know if you know what a ton strap is, what you strap down on the back of a van with. So not proper harnessing gear, but the harness was pretty proper. So they harnessed me up, and then obviously I'm not the biggest guy in the world, so the big guys, they set a safety rope tied to a railing, put that on my back strap. Then the front ton strap would go on, and the big boys would lower me down the side of the block. I'd have to get into the safe where the transmitter was in, sort that out, take the transmitter up, pull me up, put it on the side, get the next transmitter, wire it with these boys. Well, Andy would probably wire it up. Back down I go, down there, put it in the thing, but it was just a nightmare. Oh. And you know, like all this, you're hanging over the side of a building, yeah? Not only that, obviously, you're illegal, you're on top of the building. Them guys up there, I've got my life in their hands, but we got to get the radio back on, so it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. But that was just one, but I wouldn't change it for the world. It's just, that's just one of the stories, but yeah, crazy. That's a standout one for me. Not only that, the views was crazy from up there, because that was a big old block as well. Yeah. Castle main block in Battersea, 24 floors. So, yeah.
It must be quite a buzz, though, otherwise you wouldn't have even done it in the first place.
Sick. Oh, yeah, buzz. Like, it's...
Of course, yes, right, brilliant, we're going up again.
Yeah, adrenaline, I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so it was like, yeah, sick, but don't get me wrong. Like, if one of them moved a bit, you're gone. Like, I'm only in a harness with a ton strap, so it was like, oh, my God, please do not drop me, boys. But they're big guys. I mean, Chris is bigger than Andy, and Cole's the next one. I mean, they're big guys, so it was cool. Yeah, and that's just one of them, obviously. Tower block dreams, man. We was up at blocks from young, from early, like from way. I started in 2002, and there's it's just good stuff, man. Good stuff.
How do you think then that the radio is going to change now? The station's going to change now. You've gone legal.
I think that all we can do is push forward. I mean, there's certain things that we can change now that we're legal. We're certainly incorporating a lot more of the community within what we do, and we can publicise what we do now, which is something that we couldn't do before. So giving back to the community, involving local students, local colleges, underserved, underprivileged people within the community that want to get into music, that think, you know what, I've never got a chance of doing it. We want to be able to provide that chance for these people, because the community really is what's kept us going for the last 27 years. So for us to be in the fortunate position to be able to give something back, plus doing something that we absolutely love, there's nothing better than that.
So for anyone that's watching this that's thinking, actually, I'm down for getting involved, I might even want to set up my own pirate station, how do they do that?
Don't do it. Leave it alone. It is good fun, but I don't know, I'm not sure if the pirates are still, if it's a thing anymore. It is still a thing, and people are still doing it, and yeah, get involved, but the way the laws are, they're just making it more difficult. And modernisation, like when we started, getting onto a block was kind of easy because we had the keys, we had this, but nowadays everything's like touch pads and security, and so it makes it more difficult. So if you can get into it, good luck, but it's going to be a bit hard, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Hashtag last of the pirates. Yes. Hashtag last of the pirates. So I'll believe it.
Look, keep doing what you do. You're amazing. You shut it down here last night. If you haven't listened to their show, then make sure you go back and check it out. Flex FM at the International Radio Festival in Malta.